What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. Wait, another scorecard reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Yo, Zambia, we here. What's going on, y'all? GS gang, what's good? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below, right off the bat. Here's what we're doing. We got the Zambian Hip Hop Week. I want to know who, or not who, let's word it differently, right? What song defines Zambian hip-hop to you? Down in the comments below, I'm going to have GS Gang Quality Team go and check everything out, pick the best ones for this week. Also, this weekend we'll be ending in a interview with Holstar I'm very excited about. Please make sure you go follow my guy on Twitter. Very quickly became one of my favorite accounts, period, that I follow on Twitter. My guy gets involved in no negativity, no gossip, no junk. You know what he does? He promotes music. He tries to educate those around him. He tries to create dope hip-hop conversations, curates. Come on, man. Like, if you're talking about somebody that's for the industry, that's good for the industry, that's good for those around them, yeah, so far from what I've seen, actions over words, I would say the dude is 100% solid. But we're going to dig into the music now. He's solid, but is he dope? We're going to do an album review and find out. And he's not alone. He's with Dominant One, so this looks like a joint EP. I am not familiar with Dominant One at all, and Holstar we've only heard in the Zamrock Cypher. So this is going to pretty much be a fresh review of both of them from top to bottom musically. We'll see what we fuck with. Let's go over that real quick. The way that this works, we're going to score each song from 1 to 10, 6 tracks for a total of out of 60 points for the EP. Every time that we go along the way, I want you to give me your scores down in the comments below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like, what you liked and disliked, and everything like that. I'm not here to tell you what's good and what's bad. I'm here to give my opinion and open up dope conversations. Get used to it, because if this shit is dope, we ain't going nowhere anytime soon. There's a lot of cats we want to dig into, but this is a great place to start. Anything else? Do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. The little bell notification guy. We about to eat, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm hyped for this, man. We got African Diamond. It is the name of not only the project, but also the first track. You up. Let's go.
Dominant One.
I don't know what I expected, right? I don't know that I even had an expectation in my head. But it wasn't jazz notes. I'm here.
Holstar. Whoa. Diamonds are forever. Never fade. Forever. Never fade. Diamonds. Never fade away. Yo, Holstar. Can you tell them one more time?
I'm a clear-cut, Serenza Karma, Street South African gold, spirit of Steve Biko.
Okay.
Kenneth Kaunda Sudan.
Hold on. He came out swinging. Hold up. That's your opening line, my guy? Oh, we might be in for a tape. Let's go.
One more time.
I'm a clear-cut, Serenza Karma, Street South African gold, spirit of Steve Biko. Got my Kenneth Kaunda Sudan. Copper plated belt, who put diamonds on the shelf.
Yeah.
Kwame Nkrumah mentality, mind is cage, never bury me. Savannah grass from the jungle.
Yes.
Forced by fire, never humble. Mandela shuffle on the hater, facts, give me paper.
Yeah.
Thoughts taller than...
I like his swag. I see you, my guy. I see you. A little wordy. Flows a little choppy. It's like the word choice is interesting. It definitely seems like it's more pen oriented than it is like gully or vibe oriented. You know what I mean? Like, this is definitely more of a let me talk to him type track than it is like lay back and zone out. You know what I'm saying?
Kilimanjaro deeper than Tanganyika. Watch how my Vic falls. You can
like those. Like, it's really hard to put Kilimanjaro and the name of that body of water that you just named fluidly into a bar, right, and not have it sound like forced. Some of this just sounds like it just sounds clunky a little bit because of the word choice that he's doing.
paper. Thoughts taller than Kilimanjaro, deeper than Tanganyika. Watch how my Vic falls. You can't dribble an African giant. Fela Kuti soundtrack, healing wounds to the soul. Sankara never got his final form. Listen, Samora never got his final form. I'm the rain, I'm the fire, I'm the desert storm.
I don't know who either of those are. Let me know.
And I bring the pain like a hot thorn.
We be the African diamond, top on the top every time we are shining. The one and Holstar we combining, and at your own mystic the planets aligning. We be the African diamond, top on the top every time we are shining. The one and Holstar combining, and at your own mystic the planets aligning.
Yo, hot.
Alright, Alright, before we get into the second verse, so far, first verse again, definitely more lyrical, definitely more like wordy oriented, and like I said, it didn't have the vibiness to it. That's where the hook came in, because that shit was more Afro beats than it was fucking hip hop, to be honest with you. And it kind of worked too. Like it carried like the shortcomings that I felt like that were present in the first verse. I definitely feel like were carried a little bit when it came to the hook. It was a vibe. It was not bad. Let's see what the second verse hitting for.
Yo,
hot damn, yo, here we go again. Busting up mics with my Zambian friend. We rockin' for the motherland, not your little trend. We took it to the end of the road, boys to men. Yo, this is the
Philly was good.
Boys from the warm heart, a counterpart from the continent where Holstar, a counterpart of a revolution of brave hearts. To all our fallen icons, we pay homage. Yeah, the continent that had the first college. African scholars spread knowledge before the nonsense. Whoa, then they fed us with them fake prophets. Control the prophets, now we want what is ours, kid.
I like this direction. So he's coming from an entirely different approach. He's on his more storytelling type tip, right? Now this suffers mostly from a lack of replayability, right? That's always been, if you guys go back to all of history, I've always said that about storytelling tracks. They are, if they're done right, they are timeless, and they capture a moment, or in essence a feeling of hip hop for just like ever, right? But a lot of times for me personally, I don't find myself revisiting them once I know the story. Once the story's told, I know how it goes. It's like, I don't know, I don't feel a need to dip in and reread a book that I've already read. You know what I'm saying? That's always been, and that's not them, that's just in general how I feel about those tracks. They're like really, really good, but they're like in the moment, and I rarely find myself revisiting them. What they're doing intelligently with this is he's getting his shit off. I believe this is D1. And also, that's a super dope abbreviation of a nickname. That's fire. But anyway, the idea of getting your shit off in a storytelling format, which suffers from the lack of replayability, but coupling it with a hook that traditionally sometimes aren't even 100% present in storytelling type tracks. You know, when you have these concept tracks, a lot of times you just have like straight shit from front to end. Anyway, the genius of it is that it's now accompanied with a super vibey chorus to kind of like carry the music theory of the track and let them focus on getting their shit off on the verses. Is it gonna work? You guys tell me. But I see the vision. I see the idea of what was going for, and that was dope.
Do you think this is our final form? Scratch that. This is our final form. This signifies.
I'm definitely missing this whole final form thing. Like, it's not DBZ bars. I would have caught all of them. I don't, like, this is definitely like a reference to something that I'm missing out on. Please tell me. I feel like I'm on the outside of an inside joke.
We about to get it on. We African diamonds on each and every song.
We be the African diamond, top of the
Need to work on your transitions into the hook, though. Like, it's so abrupt.
top every time we are shining. The one and Holstar we combining. And natural mistake, the planets aligning. We be the African diamond, top of the top every time we are shining. The one and Holstar combining. And natural mistake, the planets aligning.
Okay.
Dominant One, aka setting the standard.
Diamonds are forever.
Go right into the fade. Nice fade. Alright, let me know down in the comments below. 1 to 10. What do you guys scored at? I'm going to give you a second. 1 to 10. What do you guys got this? I'm going to give this one like a solid 4. This is like a solid 4 out of 10. And I'm going to explain. The big thing that it's missing is cohesion. There's nothing cohesive about this track. But they do a lot of interesting ideas. It felt like this was like an experiment. This is like, let's see if this works. Let's see if we can get the jazz beat on like a hip hop bass line, but then turn it into Afro beats on the fucking hook and catch the vibe. I'm gonna do my storytelling shit. You go ahead and get your dictionary shit off. Like, there was a lot of stuff that was done. And I don't know what the point of it was, right? At the end of it, yeah, I do. I guess at the end of the day, a lot of this was more like kind of like uplifting and like a history lesson type shit, which I'm here for. I'm here for the positive message. It just didn't sound like a good song. It sounded like dope writing, and the hook was catchy, but they were all like good as individual pieces. It didn't sound like a good song altogether. I give it like 4 out of 10. They did do a lot of stuff dope, and if my idea of this is correct, I would assume that this was like an experiment. You know what I mean? Like trying a whole bunch of different shit. Let's see what's worked. Let's see what doesn't work. That's what I'm coming up with. Lost Generation, you're up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
La la la. La la la. La 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 la.
Yo, it's a problem when we're linking up. We told them hip-hop's forever, but they don't give a what. Built it from the ground up, they wanna let it crumble. We passed them the mic, now they wanna fumble. It's the curse of a generation. Well, it's my style, this is my ventilation. I bore my soul, so maybe you can feel it. A bite is wet dreams, so maybe you can steal it. But it's the pride from within, and you can heal it. The ceiling is stab wounds, they're feeding on bad shrooms. Now the high of life, leaning on codeine. You can buy those likes, see I can ride all night, cause it's my passion. The holster married a gun with steady blasting. The game we're outlasting, trends and no fashion. Friends but no fashion. Lights.
This is already way better than the first. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is everything. The tonality matches the beat, the delivery matches the pop. Like, come on, like he talking to him. He talking to him. This sounds like some dope hip hop shit. Like, let's go.
I got it with the tongue in all sports. Public enemy, flavor of all sorts.
Where do they go? They do not know.
They don't know where to go. Get drunk on the road, don't care about tomorrow. Yeah.
Where do they go?
Look at this. Hold up. I told you that first one was just some experimental shit. This is fire.
Got it with the
Pay attention to the transition, right? You don't get the abrupt eye on the line. Hook is just right there with no kind of lead up, no kind of fade out, no kind of fade in, nothing like that. This is done well. You have the pacing, you have the pause, the voice comes in super smooth. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's go.
tongue in all sports. Public enemy, flavor of all sorts.
Where do they go? They do not know.
They don't know where to go. Get drunk on the road, don't care about tomorrow. Yeah.
Where do they go?
Who is this? She's fired.
They do not know. Lost generation.
Generation lost in the drip. We stays a grip, holster, steer the ship. Since the game went booty, I went cautious pimp. I hardly drink, even though I step with a limp. It's from the journey that I trod for to catch a glimpse. I'm in your WhatsApp status, don't miss a blink. Wait a minute, what happened to the shows? The microphone checks, the haze and the hose. Like on the
Let's go! Nah, I fuck with him. I like his voice too. They sound good. See, everything about this track just feel better than the last one. This feel like a good beat for their voices and shit like that. Like this is dope. I fuck with this joint.
gram. High off the powder or the plug, push the grams. Push the grams, hold up, and push the keys. The main agenda, push, grow up, and be a G. If that's the case, the agenda is family. We move gradually, this ain't a parody. Higher learning for the soul, be the faculty. All the lost ones follow me. Whoa.
I love that. Hold on. Let's take a time and talk about that. He said he talked about he wanted to be a G, and if that's the case, then the goal is just like my family, right? Like I love that. That's the most beautiful message you can get, especially if you guys are really like pioneering the fucking hip hop scene there. Like this is fucking. That's the message you want to be sending around. You know what's gangster? Taking care of your family is gangster. That's super gangster, right? You know, making sure that all of your responsibilities are in order, that everything is set in line and taking care of shit. That's gangster as shit, dog. You're gonna set a good example for those around you. Your family's gonna live well. You're gonna get help. Like, come on, like how could you hate on that, right? Like that's people confuse gangster with like being a thug, and it's just not. It's not even close to being the perception from the outside looking in is so wild, and the fact that he dropped it like that too, like. He deserves to be harped on. Like, that was fire.
He push the keys, the main agenda, push, grow up, and be a G. If that's the case, the agenda is family. We move gradually, this ain't a parody. Higher learning for the soul.
And to follow that up with we move gradually. It's super light. It's super light. I'm not saying it's a bar. I'm saying it's a message, right? He's delivering it correctly. What is it after that? It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not looking to become some type of overnight success. It happens gradually. Like, you don't hear that. You don't hear that message being put out there. Everything is like, yo, I'm gonna flip this. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like he's giving it up right now. Let's go.
Be the faculty, all the lost ones follow me. Whoa.
Where do they go? They do not know.
The only thing that I would want from a production standpoint on this, let her get a few runs in the background. Put a vocal track in the back. Drop the volume down, right? Let us know she's coming. from the beat in the background a little bit prior to her just coming in, so it's not such a shock. And if you use her momentum in the back, give her a run, let her do a run that just beat drops and she comes in with the full frontal vocals, stop it. She's a monster. She got a good voice. That would be fire.
Where do they go? They do not know. Lost generation.
Dominant 1, aka setting the standard.
Look, I was gonna cook him for this. I'm not gonna lie. In my head, I was like, this is either really catchy and dope, or this is dumb as shit. I don't know how I felt about it. I like it now. It was gonna be 100% determined by whether or not it was a fire track. If you do some shit, you come in with some la 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 shit, and you drop a fire track, you're gonna pass. That's cool. I'll fucking la 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 with you. Let's go. You come in with some la 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 shit, drop some nursery rhyme bullshit, just talk the same shit here and everything else. I would have turned this into a whole stand-up routine. Nah, let's go down the comments below. Oh, let's get the fade out. Let's get the fade out. I liked it. It was a good fade out. Almost abrupt. Decided to save it on the end with the echo. I like it. I like it. Down in the comments, let me know. 1 to 10. How you guys scoring it? Look, I'm going to make this real easy. This is a cool 8 out of 10. You know why? It's at least twice as good as the last track. It's at least twice as better as the first track. There are some things, not a perfect song, I don't think. There's probably some things that I would personally nitpick at here and there. But at the end of the day, if you were to be like, yo, Lost Generations is 10 out of 10. I love this shit. I wouldn't argue with you. I'll just dap you up. I'm like, this is a fire-ass song. I'm a little bit more critical than the next person. But if I wasn't, I see you guys getting a 10. This shit was dope. I fuck with it. Dollar Circulate. Let's go.
What want me, brother? Holstar, Kingman, Holstar dominant, you know. Today we want to teach you how to circulate all the money. So we move forward. Whoa!
Dangote money, that's what they want. Rule number 1, get rid of them fakes some more. Patrice Masepi, not a Giuseppe. African kings, brown suits, we show skin. Don't work harder, just work smarter. Invest your income, don't expend your fringe funds. I got a computer and then a ruler. I added my books and made my moolah. Listen, when they're saying just stay in school, oh, they pay for your soul like Jesus. Lusaka to Beirut, they hustle to bear fruit. Don't paralyze.
Hold up, this flow. Stop it.
Your fringe funds. I got a computer and then a ruler. I added my books and made my moolah. Listen, when they're saying just stay in school, oh, they pay for your soul like Jesus. Lusaka to Beirut, they hustle to bear fruit. Don't paralyze, stay wise and say truth. Be motivated, stay in the booth. To get streams, the river flows in your proof. Don't follow trends, stay on the fence. Believe in yourself, stick to your pen piece. Believe in yourself, stick to your pen piece.
That was a fire verse. The flow switches were there. He caught probably 3 different pockets I picked up on where he was actually like feeling himself. That was super dope. Let's go. I'm fucking with this.
Make it go round, go round, go round, go round, go round. Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, circulate the currency. Multiply the numbers of.
Yo, bring that back. This was, yo, man. Know what's so funny, dog? This tape started out with such terrible music. Not even terrible. It just wasn't as polished as I was expecting it to be on that first track. And since then, music there has been not a problem whatsoever. They have been absolutely dominating this. Like, let's go. I want this whole transition though. The transition from the verse here into this fucking hook, like the beat. Who produced this joint? Like, listen to how the beat carries this shit. This is fire. Picture yourself in a whip suit, right? This is like whip music. Windows down, springtime, right? Come on.
The river flows in your proof. Don't follow trends, stay on the fence. Believe in yourself, stick to your pen piece. Believe in yourself, stick to your pen piece.
Whoa, make your dollar circulate. Make it go round, go round, go round, go round, go round. Yeah.
Yo!
Circulate the currency.
multiply the numbers abundantly. You know what I mean, we got mouths to feed, housing to pay, not forgetting all the school fees. The hustle is what schooled me.
This shit just depressed me. I gotta go pay bills after this. Fuck.
Leave the crib in an hour, then make a cool G. Invest in yourself, be smooth with it. Sell bars in a cell. Yo, it's about time we independent. Corporate severance. Black owned, ever extended. The ever good ending, the concept of a pension. All we do is build the future with this pension.
Yo! Hold up.
Yo, it's about time we independent. Corporate severance. Black owned, ever extended. The ever good ending, the concept of a pension. Oh.
That's yo. Yo, he might be a problem. He might be a problem. That was fire. That was super fire. Everything, the syllable matchups, the flow, the message, content, like, dog, bring it back again. Fuck you, it's my channel. I'm gonna listen as many times as I want. This, let's go.
Invest in yourself, be smooth with it. Sell bars in a cell. Yo, it's about time we independent. Corporate severance. Black owned, ever extended. The ever good ending, the concept of a pension. All we do is build the future with this pension. The range of our network is lengthened. That sounds like a continent strengthened. All the poorest areas we mending. The stack for the kiddies. You know it's no biggie. Please circulate the dough. Hustle gang, be the gang, but you already know.
Make your dollar circulate. Make it go round, go round, go round, go round, go round. Yeah.
Woo! Ah!
Make your dollar.
I love when I don't know what woo's coming and they hit the woo the same time as me. It does something for my soul. It's just good for my soul.
Circulate. Holstar. Dominant one. Africa. We are the future. Oh.
That was an alright fade on that one too. Yeah, let me know before I do anything. Let's go. What do you guys score in this one? Down in the comments below, let me know. I love the shit out of this track. This was fire. Yo, this shit like a cool 8.5. I'm gonna give it a cool 9. I'm gonna just give it a 9. It's like an 8.5. I'm gonna give it like a 9. That shit was almost perfect. That shit was fire. That shit was fire, dog. I'm gonna listen to this one again as soon as this is over. I honestly don't even give a fuck about the rest of these 3 songs right now. I want to listen to that again. Excuse me. That shit was awesome. Alright, do it yourself. Let's go.
This is a message out of to use out there to all who concerned. You cannot live your life waiting for your handout. Do it yourself.
Whoa.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it
Never
yourself.
blame a man.
Never blame a man for misfortune,
For
do
the
it
misfortunes
yourself.
in your life.
Never blame a man
Do
for
it
misfortune,
yourself.
do it yourself.
Never blame a man for nothing. Formulate your own plan and do something. Obstacle in your path, stay confronting. Create your own pain and now wait for lucky stars. If you drink and leave you.
Alright, I gotta bring this back. I love the message. I like where this is going. Sonically, it was very weird transitioning between the 2 artists there. And the second artist that came on with the sing-song shit sounded really good, but the transition was weird, so I couldn't appreciate it. And I recognized that it was sounding good, so I want to bring it back and listen again. See if you guys hear the same shit that I hear. Like, it was like it didn't feel smooth right there.
This is a message out of to use out there to all who concerned. You cannot live your life waiting for your handout. Do it yourself.
Whoa.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it
Never
yourself.
blame a man.
Never blame a man for misfortune,
For
do
the
it yourself.
misfortunes in your
Never
life.
blame a man
Do
for
it
misfortune,
yourself.
do it yourself.
Never blame a man for nothing. Formulate your own plan and do something.
Alright, so the syllable count and everything like that was a little short on that. Like, I don't feel like the Never Blame a Man, Do It Yourself was written correctly. You need to the syllables there need to be played around with a little bit more so that you don't create this blockade between the first artist and the second artist coming on. Because the second artist came on, and this sounds really gully right now. Like, I'm fucking with this vibe. And the message of the song, I'm 100% in support of. But let me know if you guys feel the way, if I'm tripping on that.
Never blame a man for nothing. Only let your own plan and do something. Obstacle and I have bad stay confronting. Create your own pain and now wait for lucky stars. If they'll drink and leave you so scarred. Oh, aspiration fall apart. Never forget who you are. Hey, this is...
Alright, the pitch correction is a little bit much on this from an engineering standpoint. I like, if you're talking about music theory, I like his pitch control, right? The tonality of his voice, right? It's very good for music theory because it pulls the listener. You don't want to, anytime you get somebody that's monotone on a track, right? It's like background music more than anything. It doesn't pull your attention to the front. It allows your mind to focus on other activities. The shit you put on while you're doing the dishes, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Music theory wise, they're doing a very good job of structuring the frequency of his voice. I just don't know if it sounds good. Like, it's a little screechy. This is hard to listen to. That doesn't screech for you? Maybe it sounds better not in headphones like that or something like that. But on headphones, that's way too high pitched.
This is the only option. No man can help you, you must take action. Be patient and see the reaction. It's just the knowledge that we lack, son. That's why we're warriors of the light. Enlightenment of here. To get
again, this was probably a huge miss for me.
So you spread the word that's so clear. The main agenda that we push, have no fear. So don't blame no man, don't blame no man. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it.
I actually literally physically hate this right now.
Never blame a man for
which is a shame because it's hard to hate on this track. I like what they're saying. I support this message. I want this track to be dope. I just don't like, I just hate this. This does not sound good to me. Like, I wish this needs to be like rethought out.
Do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune.
Like him coming in super flat to ad-lib with it isn't helping.
Do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Woman, you're beautiful, this is more than your wealth. The way you're moving, you're ruling, this is more than your stealth. More than just fine, you can do it for self. See the silver line in your mind, know that you've been defined. Scripture gave us 22 verbs, never a Philistine. Yeah, you can open the door. No keys and thorns stick on the floor. Never blame a man, cause woman, you never needed him. Gave you all that blame and pain and you defeated him. And if it comes back, you kick back, not a fall back. You're a queen, you better know that. Never blame a man, woman, you never needed him. Gave you all that blame and pain, you defeated.
This is fucked up. Cut the first half of the song off. This shit kind of fire.
Your trials and tribulations, smile, you've been so patient. Mend your wings, you're an angel.
Maybe just re-equalize the vocal track and the vocal track for the hook. Maybe it's just not equalized correctly. Maybe you bring that down a little bit. Maybe the ad-lib you cut out entirely, or just re-record and bring it up. I don't know. This it's salvageable, but as it is, it's just parts. It's just things that are good or things that are bad. This reminds me of the first track. It's like it's hard to just say something's bad because people do things really well. You know what I mean? How I register that in my mind is like, oh, this is dope. He's doing this well. This is dope. He's doing this well. But I'm never gonna listen to this track again, so it doesn't really matter. If the overall sound of a track doesn't draw you in, the little aspects that they do really, really well are gonna get overlooked entirely because you're not gonna revisit it. It's kind of like the paradox between like catchy mainstream music and like go hard underground type shit. You know what I mean? Finding that balance is really where like the industry sweet spot relies on. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm very interested to see what your thoughts are on this one. It's a hard one to hate because of the message, but like,
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man
This is super. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm blaming somebody for something as soon as this is done.
Misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself.
37 times was excessive.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Yeah. Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do
Word
it
to
yourself.
rap.
Never blame a man for misfortune, do it yourself. Never blame a man for
Holstar.
misfortune, do it yourself.
Dominant.
Never blame a man for
Never
misfortune,
blame.
do it yourself.
We're still saying it on the fucking echo. Alright. Let me know 1 to 10. What do you guys score that? The verse was dope, yo. Take homie's verse out of it. Even his flow switches and stuff like that. I liked it. Man, give me the bad singing. I'm here for it. Sounds good. As long as it's not screeching and make my ears crawl. Man. I have no idea what the score is. 2? Let me give it like a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10, maybe. Which is sad because the whole verse was dope. Maybe like a 3. Maybe like a 3 out of 10. It doesn't matter. I'm never listening to it again. It's like a 3 out of 10. Let's go. Africa is. Moving on. Let's find the dope shit. Africa is. Let's pop.
Africa is. Africa is. Africa is. Oh no.
Look, I get that this is probably another language. I get that entirely. In fact, I encourage you to educate me down in the comments and let me know what it is actually being said here. However, the nerd in me is hearing Madara. And that's terrifying. I don't know if that has anything to do with what this track is. Where my Naruto nerds at? It can't be just me, right? Like, what is happening? This is about to be a very chaotic track.
Africa is. Africa is. Africa is.
Everyone's gonna die. This better be a go hard track.
Oh no, you are born today. Oh no, it's light today. Oh no, you are born today. Oh no, it's light today. Africa is. Africa is.
You ain't Holstar.
So this is an interesting observation, and let me for those of you who listen to Zambian hip hop generally, let me know your take on this. Right? I feel like there's been kind of like a motif of not knowing when to stop. Right? Like some things just go on entirely too long. Even outside of this album, starting with the Jazzy Jess John and how he just stood there for the first 35 seconds, not saying a word in the track. We just had dead air. Like it just goes on entirely too long. The last track, just constantly saying the do it yourself thing over and over. Like, man, you would have got the point across 13 times ago. I'm tired of hearing it now. It's been like a reoccurring thing. Like, you find these good pockets or you'll find this thing that's super dope, but then you just drag it on too long. Like, chill the fuck out. It was dope. Let's move on to the next thing. You feel me?
Yes. Hey, we are flying together. No matter.
See, same thing. Look, we're 38 seconds into the track before we ever get anything. I don't know if, and my question, the reason I said if you listen to it normally, let me know. Is this a thing that is present on purpose in the hip-hop scene there? Is this what y'all fuck with? Do you like the big dramatic build-ups and stuff like that? Is it just like wait until my ear like becomes acquired to the sound and understanding the timing and stuff like that? Or is it a learning process? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be either or. It could be like, hey, let's figure out what the best time is and create these EPs to figure out what people are fucking with versus what they're not fucking with. Could be that entirely. I get a lot of experimental vibes. Here's the thing too. Look at how they were dropping this too, right? First one, super experimental, right? Did a whole bunch of different shit. Second one, solid hip hop track. Third one, solid hip hop track. Fourth one, experimental. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing a lot of shit. So it looks like they're keeping the core hip hop audience happy with the shit that they know is going to pop, right? But at the same time, they're kind of like taking the creative license as artists and experimenting with different sounds and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I respect it, but we as the consumer need to also be honest with our feedback with what we fuck around with and what we don't, so that future development in artists can take those notes and or not. You know what I mean? Fuck you. What the fuck do I know? I'm totally fine when somebody go fuck myself as well. But from my perspective, is that a thing that is present, or is that just something that I'm fixated on? Is I guess is my question. Let's go back.
Yes. Hey, we are flying together, no matter the monsoon, desert or weather. Hard as a rock, light as a feather. We've been through it all, brother, it's whatever. Reminding my kings and my queens, we dug up the facts and knowledge, now I mean. Descendants of a movement that reigns supreme. We have woken up, it's a new regime. Djembe punning out when we do it. Educate the whole youth through the music. Emancipate the whole mind, forever producing freedom of self. Yeah, we...
This is not the beat to do this flow with. This is a very weird match.
The
The flow is dope as shit. I like this delivery a lot. It's a weird, like, it's got kind of like that old school vibe to it. This beat is not it though. This beat is not the track for it.
Educate the whole youth through the music. Emancipate the whole mind, forever producing freedom of self. Yeah, we induce them. This build our industry. We write our history. Unfold all the mystery. Now we tether. We fly together. Africa is. Africa is. Africa is. Africa is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We fly together.
Africa is the village. We need to change our mindset. The chieftain to stop with all the pillage. Cow horns is a scrimmage. Shaka Zulu on them. Yeah, we never leave an enemy behind. Youth are the future. The real resources. Minerals fade, but you can never.
That was like really low key hard. Like that was a crazy bar that they just kind of like snuck in there.
Resource this. What's in your mind is the greatest weapon. Future conflicts based on technology. So you need to be reasoning logically. Build your community, build your economy. Yeah, it's black power, black pride. But you ain't having weight if you lack power, lack pride. So come people, stop with nonsense. Let's clean slate, new plate, never content. New wave, new ways to peddle the content. On platforms, we will always elevate.
Africa is. Africa is. Africa is. Africa is. Oh no.
I can't place setting on this. When would you listen to this? This is not car music. It's not darkroom music. It's not gym music, right? This sounds like, you want to be real with you? This sounds like some movie music, right? Like this, I can see this being like a montage going on in the background or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where the visuals are like super. You know who did this too? Little Sims. Little Sims from the UK. The reaction I did to her and the way that she had these really long intros and these dramatic build-ups didn't really super make sense. And then I went back and I watched a music video and it was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like the art isn't just the sound. The art is in the entire imagery that it gives you and shit like that. And it was like, that made a lot more sense. I kind of get the same vibe with this, man. I feel like a music video to this, like, is the only way that you're selling me on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the verses are super fucking dope. It's literally just the sound of it. I don't know. This is not going to fit on a playlist, so you'd have to curate something specifically for this. But the message is beautiful and amazing, and the rapping is dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. There's a lot of good talking points in this fucking EP, though.
Oh no. Oh no, we fly together.
Africa, be careful of their knowledge when they call you uneducated, of their words when they call you voiceless, of their aid when they call you poor, of their agenda when they call you underdeveloped, of their God when they call you pagan, of their norms when they call you primitive, of their civilization when they call you savage, of their history when they call you discovered, of their savior when they call you victim, of their system when they call you disorderly, of their light when they call you dark. Africa, be careful of becoming their version of you.
Whoa! Africa!
That was crazy. Hold up. Damn. I don't get speechless very often. That was fire. And this transition, the afterwards, the lead in from that into the fucking, I'm assuming that's a voice note from something, not something specifically for this. Maybe it is. That was powerful shit. That was super fucking dope. And then the fucking transition afterwards into the beat drop, like that was, come on.
When they call you victim of their system, when they call you disorderly, of their light, when they call you dark. Africa, be careful of becoming their version of you.
Whoa! Africa is. Africa is. Africa is.
Damn.
Oh, Africa is. Oh no.
This shit hit so much harder after the fucking monologue. This hook that I was like not vibing with at all. This shit hit so much harder after that. This shit fire now. Take back all this shit I said before. Hold up. One more time. Fuck you. It's my channel. Let's go.
They call you disorderly, of their light, when they call you dark. Africa, be careful of becoming their version of you.
Mic drop.
Whoa! Africa is.
Let's go.
Africa is. Africa is. Oh, Africa is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We fight together.
Africa is our motherland.
Yo. Let's fucking go. What just happened on that shit? Yo, down in the comments, what is your scores? What is your scores? Man. I went from being very critical to a very big fan. I'm glad that we see, this is why listening to the whole track is so important, man. I have no idea what I'm scoring this one. The music theory issues that I had with it are still present. But man, some shit just transcend being able to put fucking numbers on a fucking score, man. How do you quantify that? How do you quantify the way that just made you feel? Like that's not a bar, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't rap, but it was like art. It was beautiful. It was powerful. It made you feel something. Like, let's go. I give it like a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. That's a 4. My initial instinct is originally it was gonna get like a 5, and then that shit happened, and then it made me feel differently about the it fought tooth and nail for every fucking point. Now, if you listen to that and you're like, yo, Steve, fuck you, you're just not from Africa, that's why you don't feel that. That's just a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna argue with you about that one either. I definitely think being an outsider looking in and still feeling that way, I can only imagine watching this as somebody who's from Africa and like having a sense of pride along with it. Like right now there's the sense of like astonishment. Like, wow, I just witnessed something that was super fucking dope. I'm appreciative of it from the outside looking in. Like, that was fire. I imagine if that was like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit could be a 10 out of 10. I would never argue with that. That was super dope. That was a flex in a lot of different ways. Whoever produced that, they was on some shit. They was on some shit on that one. Last one, let's go. We got Melanges Kambampo. Now, I mean absolutely no disrespect. If I butchered the shit out of both of those words, I'm going to try my best. Just correct me down in the comments below. I don't know what either of those words mean. That one shows possession, so I'm assuming that's a person's name. So Melange is probably a name. I don't know what her or his Kambampo is. So please tell me down in the comments below. And we're going to wrap this one up. Let's go.
Universo mushe wewe unisamalila na mutima wako universo mushe na chikondi chako.
I don't have any idea what the fuck they're saying, but this shit's smooth as hell. Let's talk about artistic direction. This sounded like the closing track to an EP. We're winding down. We're winding down. That last joint, that Africa Is, I was about to run through a fucking wall. I was mad at my damn self. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. After that, they get your blood pumping and shit like that all the way up. Smooth as. Come on, man. It's the end of the album. Relax, my guy. I'm glad you enjoyed the last track. Let's take it back a little bit. Listen to this smooth ass shit. And this is how you end out a good project. This is, man. This is just dope, dog. Like, bring this back. Let's go. Please tell me what the fuck is being said. I hope this ain't no. See, this is my problem when I really start vibing to some shit, right? That like I don't understand the words to. I'm always afraid that like I just clicked on like the worst track possible and like everyone's gonna hate me, right? Like this whole song is just about fucking murdering innocent babies or some shit like that. I'm just like, ooh, this shit's smooth as hell. So yeah, just if you guys just give me a quick translation or even a link to something like that, just let me know what the fuck is being said, and we'll go from there. Let's go. This shit, woo.
Universe mushe wewe unisamalila na mutima wako. Universe mushe na chikondi chako wewe unisamalila na mutima wako. Chikondi chopitirira musinje kabombo olo chikondi choturuka lupi.
The fucking keys be hitting. Hold up. Man, this shit's fire already. I still ain't understand the words yet.
Sinje kabombo olo chikondi choturuka lupiri mulanje. Universe mushe na kuwama kwako unisamalira na mutima wa.
What does Maria mean? What does that mean? I keep hearing Madara, and I can't, like, this, I shouldn't be thinking about Naruto right now. What does that mean? Please, if I'm going to start learning anything, let's start with the stuff that just sticks out in my brain now. What does that mean? Translate it.
Chako making me feel so good, so good, so good. Muntima mwanga chimwemwe joka joka, I'm feeling so good. Sindingati wakutitita fikisa na pano. Tabala white, magolo bote no body, yambega mambo. Africa ni winning na mube.
Hold up, man. This is, you know what? I'm going to drive my point home from before when we start talking about music theory, right? Music theory has nothing to do with lyricism. Two entirely different aspects of the same track, right? Not knowing a single thing of what's being said, you can just tell the veteranness of this voice. Super, super smooth vocals, the music theory, the way that everything just fits in place every step of the way. Nothing feels clunky. Nothing feels like a misstep here or there. Nothing's like, I gotta force myself to try and enjoy this or block this part out and only focus on this. Like, this just sounds beautiful. This is just a beautiful sounding song right now. Like, let's go. Music transcends language barriers, dog. I've been saying that forever.
Africa ni kwini nda mubeza, Africa ni kwini ndi kudenga, Africa ni kwini analenga, Africa ni kwini forever, mother of my seed. Put trust in D, together we will flee, together we will be. But love is the key.
Umanimvesa mushe mukazi wanga unanipeza paja MySpace watenga nyimbo chita remix monga my face book na my taste looks Nzambezi water mixed with designer wine ona manje vintu vachinja vonse vapinda muka monga ndine kaninja ntawi ya pita takwatila na mulungu atidalisa the woman of my dreams.
This shit is fired. this shit is fire. Here are the things that we can appreciate, right? Number one is tonality. Do you understand the track that you're in? Is there some type of cohesion? If they came up here and it was like, like it would ruin the entire track. Like read the room, my guy. Their music theory on this is impeccable, super beautiful. The pitch, the tonality, all of the things. It's a super vibe. Nothing is pulling you out of here. This is a very, very, this is a beautiful, beautiful track. I hope the lyrics are dope.
Reality, we make a power team. So intelligent, melanin is supreme. The only one marooned on an island with like Levine. Maroon 5 in the system, but it's more like lazy bones. You're my Zamrock. Ricky Ililonga couldn't have said it better. You're my sunshine love since we've been together. Bajochi wangu batile ati nakupenda sana chikashana. Ngufu echimo atifikapwa ndekutizimuna apa pene so. Only Kabompo has got a better flow, and the depth so deep this river can't go. Acrophobic words and I'm over.
My God loves deep lake bars. That's a staple. I'm gonna keep track of that now.
Right, you can get me high. Mulanja is the height.
And height bars. We're doing mountain bars and lake bars. We're keeping track of them now, my God. You're on notice. All right, let them go. He sound like someone that I would pay to sing to my bitch and then get mad when she looking at him all dreamy-eyed, and then I have to fire him. That's what he sound like. This dude sound way too smooth. Like, I'm gonna do a good thing by putting you in a position to jam him, and then when I realize I fucked up, you gotta go, my guy. I notice they're talking about a woman, they're talking about how beautiful she is, yeah. It sounds like they're singing about her big titties. I don't know what's being said, but this sounds like he's like yo, big titties, mwah, you're so beautiful. Tell me if I'm wrong, because that's what I hear.
Chikondi chopitirira musinje kabompo Polo chikondi choturuka lupiri mulanje Univesa mushe na kuoma kwako Waoni samarira na mutima wako.
This was incredible. This was super dope. Oh my God. And like, do you understand? Like, let me point out some other concepts here. This was the last track on the album, and by far, quality-wise, blew the other ones out of the fucking water. If you're talking about audio quality, music theory quality, probably bars, right? The message, the entire album was super cohesive as far as the message goes. Every track was super positive, borderline motivational speaking type shit. Like, I'm here for it. Like, let's go. Yeah, this was dope. Let me know. What is your scores down in the comments below? I'll tell you right now, if you guys score this, I'm giving this jaunt like a 9 out of 10, and I don't know what the fuck was said for 90% of it. If you're scoring this one low, your opinion on music probably doesn't matter a lot to me. But Steve, that was more R&B than hip-hop. I don't give a fuck. That shit was fired. That shit was dope. If you don't like that, you probably get no bitches. None. Zero. Because, like, this sound like this type, this set the mood type music. You know what I mean? Tell someone you love them. Don't be afraid to show your feelings. You gonna stick your tongue in her ass and tell her she's beautiful. God damn it. Let's go. Let's add it up. Y'all not about to have me do math on fucking air. Let's pause. Boom, we back. And 40 out of 60. That's the score. Let's go. 40 out of 60. Let me know what your total scores were down in the comments below. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. If you guys want more of this, if you guys are enjoying the dive into the Zambian hip-hop scene, just let me know. Because this is all going to be based on the amount of response that we get back. Channel is supply and demand. So if you guys are fucking with this, let me know what you guys want down in the comments. If not, still been a pleasure checking out the stuff that we're checking out. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.